check. Just checking the volume. Also wearing the Frenchiest cap I can find.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Is that my next Okay, sounds good. Hey guys, what's up? Bonjour, je m'appelle Alivething, et je parle français. And then I'm just gonna not continue speaking French because
Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
We will be streaming some Fontaine Archon Quests today. As you can see, I've been holding off on exploring most of the region, kind of due to being locked out of quests and all that jazz. Don't even have commissions open for this yet. Hoping to change that today.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach.
You're on loud right there. It's already on one.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in!
Yeah,
Is this level okay?
Yep.
Can you hear Paimon?
Okay, so yeah, as I said, we will be spreading the Archon Quests into, I think, 4 days. So that's what we're aiming for. So we'll see how that goes. Before that, let's start off this quest challenge. This will be the first part of the 4-part Archon Quest. And the lift is indeed running. So yeah, I do have a bunch of Fontaine characters already. Spoiler. It is what it is. Where is this lift? Okay, the lift isn't coming, so we should have to fly away from it. I'm into a hot one. I can control this.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it!
Japanese is there.
This must be
Like 20 more
Fontaine's
GB.
port! Wow! Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do!
Okay, so I think
What do you think?
from the story, yeah, we were told to go to the Hydra Archon by, I think it was Nahida? Oh no, they mentioned that the Hydra Archon was not in a great state.
Good idea! Nahida gave us loads of useful information.
Yeah.
Seeking out the 7 is probably still our best source for information at... Yeah! The more we can... So,
I see.
what do you think the Hydra Archon's like? Will we get along?
Unique.
Nahida said that she has a...
Okay, interesting.
To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the...
Okay, I will try to speed run through the quests, by the way, so... Yeah, don't expect...
If you ask me, it's
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but...
What is this about?
excuse me. Can I help you too?
Hi. We're travelers?
Play? Oh, no.
Really? Like, a real trial?
Well, good tales are often based on... Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted... Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known...
But, shouldn't court cases be treated...
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the... As well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
You're a trees? Is it some kind of machine, too?
I was curious, check it out.
Wait. Paimon must...
Oh, that's it.
Huh.
It's going to be a
I
fire
think
house.
what they mean. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking...
No, no. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs.
That's right. After all, she is the.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before.
True. I mean, I guess other than Jean.
Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is
Yeah.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at, but who knows how long making an appointment? Hey!
True.
What are you looking over there for? Huh.
Oh, no
Maybe something's
way.
the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
Yeah, she is.
Maybe we better go check on her.
No way, bro.
Hello?
Huh? Ah, I'm fine.
Oh, okay then.
About many things, actually. But I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids.
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
No people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inlet, and though I can still see that hill clearly in my... He would skip and jump, tossing sand. But now, the water is gradually... It won't be long before it swallows us.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh, and you...
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about... allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be traveling.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually...
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason.
Yeah, true.
So that's how you think it is?
No way.
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
No way. Sassy.
Seems you were right, Paimon.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is...
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that... Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. Where to begin?
Interesting.
Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We...
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
I guess not.
Hello, traveler.
Oh. No way. Was Paimon gonna have
And hello, Paimon.
No, she just gets
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of...
Oh! Alright, by the way, we were just getting ready to...
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, please, follow me.
Okay, let's go. Let's follow the prince.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina?
Oh, no way. Ow! What is that? Massive. Wait, is this the white or the black one? Okay, I don't need to say it like that. I meant the hairstyle. Sorry, and the outfit. You get what I mean. Oh, cool.
So, she's...
My dear,
people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all. Raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and his companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Is she talking about us?
Interesting.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god. And of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. And I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip.
Yeah. Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, Miss Hydro Archon?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have noble qualities?
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Interesting.
Oh? What's with these looks?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady... Wait, does this mean they're the legend?
Hey, what's all the commotion?
Oh, of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those...
Ooh, I've got to...
Yes, but don't get... You may consider this my reward to all of you.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Fighting doctor got a resume. Oh yeah. I'm just like straight up fighting them. I don't think I'll go to them for
Are you not afraid?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clorent. I admire his bravery. Few have the courage. Unfortunately,
Oh, yeah, she's right.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor.
you see. Then,
Oh,
Right. This is Fontaine.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court?
military side, yeah, true.
oh, according to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within
There's
Fontaine
no
city
way
limits during the first
Fontaine
3
find one
days of
flying
each
object.
month.
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
True.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then, in the name of the Hydro Archon,
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to... I don't think that Paimon here meets...
You tell her, Linny! Finally, someone who's not.
Great magician Lynn.
As a magician who just rained on your So, with such an audience gathered...
Oh, I have no clue what that is. Oh, baby, I'm on type to his knee.
Ta-da!
Okay.
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did Linny do that?
No way. Oh, I thought he just tapped it as. Alright.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as...
Huh? You call...
huh. I'm not sure.
the matter of your trial, but when there are valid grounds, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Miss.
No way, I should have heard that last time. Damn it. Oh well, I mean, these guys would certainly absolutely destroyed if they did try to fight, by the way. So, good for them.
Just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen.
Oh.
You never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a... So,
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician.
I just know it will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine.
But isn't the Opera House...
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other And speaking of performances, I would be...
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
Splendid. In that case, you really... This is a magical item known as a magic pocket.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
I'm not sure exactly when it began. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people...
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what's...
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years,
Many places have...
many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come.
Oh, Paimon gets it. It's like preparing for a rainy day. But this is...
Perhaps now, if you'd like to help.
True, right. I do have a all Fontaine thing.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been... Oh, a magic pot? Thanks.
Step on up.
What's this?
What?
No. The story says that people, as time wore on, people decided. So, if you ask me,
Oh, we hadn't heard...
all right, I'll take it. I get.
Clueless.
Huh? I don't want that thing. Life is all about living.
You should...
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that...
Over here.
Let's hear.
Oh, You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes.
Is there anything else you need?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop.
So, you want to collect materials?
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romero.
Oh, wait. So yeah, essentially I think what's happened is Celestia finally again revive Celestia finally.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect from maritime flowers. Surprise!
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. Maybe next time you'll feel like...
No way. I'm in power saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head?
Oh, okay, okay.
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Question?
She's magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention. Watch her movement.
Oh, wait, she learned something. She looked
Oh,
around.
he's
She's
right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert.
Why do
Perhaps
we-
you two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her. All right.
Step on up!
I swear, if they made this 4-star character, the lift is running. Dude, where? It's a lift. I'm scared I might get stuck in the lift myself.
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait.
Yep. Oh, there she is.
Oh, look! Isn't that her?
Oh, she
Oh
did.
no! Did she notice us? What should we do? Should we chase her?
Should we chase her? Oh, okay.
You're right. She might.
There's something BF.
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief. Yeah, what?
Are you sure that's all she took?
No, that was all. Anyway, I should be...
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she
I
stole.
saw the general direction she went, but Linny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Oh,
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right, you're right. Sorry, Lynette.
No way.
I have to admit that the thief was even... But at least we were able to get the stolen items.
What a slippery little thief!
All right, let's put...
Surprise!
Yeah, I have hidden road.
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious...
This is an aqua bus. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
Nah, the scenery with you is amazing.
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Whatever.
Okay. My
Guess
bad.
that's
I
what
should
it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave.
Aren't they twins? Is he older? I'm not sure. Oh? No, wait. There's another popular person.
Huh?
Huh?
What? Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte!
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the aqua bus. In the story of my life, this is big news.
No
What are you
way.
doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on... though we still have no idea.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette anywhere.
No way.
I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh?
It's an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine... So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics.
True.
For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days. Ah, you're right.
You're right.
Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive
Small stories
sensation.
generation.
Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a... You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
What is Fontaine?
That's right. These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever seen. If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered up.
So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case?
Yeah, I feel like the
You mean
case...
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago.
That
And
does not
ever
seem-
since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. But the cases haven't. But the scariest part is that to this day,
That
many
seems
suspects
very-
have been arrested over the years in connection with this case. But shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
That seems...
Yes, it's possible. But
Not
either way,
good
I believe...
Yes,
for
I
the
agree.
Nation.
And at the very least, the family of those... I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Lenny.
True. Holy shit. Lynette is a vibe. Okay, you continue talking, you are arriving at your destination. Yeah, I hope so. Wait, I should go past her. I got this.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
Oh wait, it skipped the ride, thank God. I mean, it didn't really skip the ride. We had to sit through like half of it in dialogue. Oh, cutscene time. I guess kind of. Oh yeah, so yeah, Fontaine, I guess, adds, let me tell this, or I'll probably tell it when I show it, but yeah, there's an added mechanic in Fontaine which allows for more explanation. I think at the start they had mentioned that Fontaine is mostly submerged now in the water. So yeah, that's pretty fun. Like, I don't see how this is going to fit through any of the other side channels. Like, that just does not seem like a path that it should be taken. Who am I to judge? Apparently, this is the city of technology and all that, but they still use water bridges as one of their methods of travel. I guess energy efficient, maybe.
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Look, yeah, us as well. I have an interview to get to. Okay, Paimon hopes we can. Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by. What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing.
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first?
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all.
True. Okay. Where are you going? Oh, it's sleeping there. Okay. Oh, fancy. I have no clue what this is. God damn, that does look very fancy on the inside. Yo. Okay.
Over here.
Okay, yeah, so this place definitely looks a lot different to the north side. You can see that a little bit more crowd.
Hey, Sarah.
Snack shop.
Got him.
Hell yeah. What do you want? Garlic baguette? No way. Get that. Onion soup, fish and chips. Parfait. Don't worry about the money. I have like, I don't even know how much this is. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million. I have 38 million. I think. I don't know math.
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go?
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped.
Father?
Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
Nah, he just wants to like beat you up for getting more people. I don't know, if I was in Fermine's position and an introvert like him, I'd probably beat the hell out of my own family.
Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collect...
Yes, I went diving in.
That's our Fremine. Always quick with the under...
Whose father? What's this? Father was a like quotation marks. Why is it raining? Is it gonna rain? Oh yeah, it's raining apparently. And she's just standing outside. Okay.
Looks like rain.
No shit.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it?
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went. Every time when I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to... Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual.
True.
Let Paimon try something.
Scream, Paimon, do it.
Hydro dragon, don't cry!
Oh?
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism.
I love
Or
this.
could at least play along.
Sorry. It might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of
I mean, then again, every time Paimon called out for Zhao never showed
It
up.
rained for longer than I suspected.
Was there something you needed to...
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. On the day of the performance, just ride the aquabus to the island of Arrhenius. I'll have Lynette meet you at the...
Oh, are you leaving?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take... I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted. And the boss there tends to be pretty talkative.
No trouble at all. Don't worry.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
Oh, no need. No.
Nah, that's fine. That's what I was. Is that a menace swine? Hey, what's up? Oh, Steam DX, the life of a small person is truly different. True! Oh my... Okay, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, just give me a minute. Okay. What's up? Thank you, kind soul. Did we hear him? Oh, yes. I've been too enthusiastic about integrating into human life. A lot of difficult things to adapt to. Large things, take clothes, sure, come by, sure, use it. If you want to rent an apartment, you really buy children's furniture. Even then, I have to step on a stool to reach a window. Okay, this is not me. This is, yeah. Only if I boil like siege win is that? I don't even know what that is. Maybe I should just go underwater. No, don't go underwater. Yeah, aren't they supposed to be like creatures of the underwater? Also, why? Underwater, it's just siege. She's the companion of ours. Looks more like a human. Welcome friends from Marche Fontaine. Drink tea with her and inform me. Indians working there. Oh. Because the underwater has been somewhere. Fontaine can be over this. Is it too late to change jobs? Nah, it's never too late to start. Also, new to net. Oh. I guess that's probably the order. Oh, no, but she can. Only what? However she wants to. Oh, more cat. Oh, cafe. More cats. Holy shit. I'm seeing too much minute. Il Fontanate. Cons Madeliene. Queb Suzette. La Lettre a Folklores. Pluber Portifilior. Any of these. I will be getting these. Oh! Promo. Useless. 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 Yeah, this was pretty fun to say the least. Okay, let's go. What are we going to do? Boom.
Step on us.
Recipe of Code of Fontaine. Oh, code region. What's up? Who's this? I mean, yeah, clearly something's there.
Oh, hello there. New customers?
Hell.
Looking to buy, or do you need something made?
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some materials.
Ah, these must be for Magic Pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made... No need. They've already prepaid several batches. Usually used here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
From trials?
Huh? How can trials
Well, I'm not completely sure. When a trial is in session, the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it into energy to be used all around Fontaine.
So that's what its other function is? But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a...
Oh yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
dogs use that.
So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the...
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense.
Why is she like?
Besides Indemnitium, we have another type of energy called Mumusia. It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking...
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month?
Huh?
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered...
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, why don't you settle your own debts first? If Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora.
Ah, you're from Northland Bank.
Hey.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too! What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
Wait, are we still considering them friends? I guess we are, right? After the child quest?
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine but it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble. Either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far. Right, Traveler?
Hey, you,
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to... Listen to me, boy. If you...
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing, Tusser said...
There's my boy
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boy!
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with... You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
I'm sure this won't take long.
Yeah. Alright, whip out his vision of... hold on. I'm hoping I didn't drop any frames. I have dropped a little bit of frames. Okay, that's not good. I guess I won't be dropping frames now. Hopefully. Let's see.
Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
I was really hoping I was
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezh?
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Huh?
What? Huh?
Now's my chance!
Oh, no way, he knocked him out.
Huh. That was weird. I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Strange. How could that happen? First time back.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides, I always have my delusion in case I need it.
Vision delusion.
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? I don't see its work for Northland Bank.
Well, I guess it's because
Huh? What kind of reason is that?
I don't know. But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why.
Maybe you losing control.
That is a possibility. I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss. It was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me, she was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she... One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on. Because I had awakened it. And traces of it remained on me.
But what is it?
She never explained that. But my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me...
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge whale.
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? So why don't you just go ask your...
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident, but it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. Oh, seems the time really flies when...
What? More work?
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists.
Official champion?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court. They're given one chance. The champion duelists are all powerful fighters selected from among the nation. So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. And the worst case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel. Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty. From what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor.
So, do many people?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine, besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorend, is the strongest of the champion duelists.
Well, that's child for ya.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have...
Huh?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it... Besides, I just need you to hold...
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Whatever gave you that idea?
I think we're gonna capture him later.
That sneaky guy. He said he's... Well, since we don't have...
Hey, let's go to Linny's performance. And the Paimon's enthusiastic leadership. See?
Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along!
Me.
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised,
Spoilers.
that's all. Paimon never saw that twist coming. The murder mystery novels here are amazing! The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more... well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a... Oh, sorry about that. Paimon,
Wait.
hey.
Still being running. Okay, cool.
Rita said that the opera house is on Aranias, so let's go ride the aqua bus.
Aquabus, can I like not ride the Aquabus? Yes. When I force ride the Aquabus. Or... you know what, I'm not ready. Yeah, what's this? We're just gonna go here. Hey, what's up, Aditya? Bilgu, what's up? Okay, not riding the aqua. We will be using the sprinting.
Over here!
More license. Not doctor. How do you mean considering a problem? Oh. Okay. Of course. Wondering where is humanity? We have been living 10 years, so wondering what the fortune is about. Truth. Born for question loves you and my parents are away. Interesting. Oh. Still, thank you. Oh yeah. Technically, I guess you've actually kind of... Our ping is 999.
Whoa! Now this is fancy! The Opera Epiclese. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fair.
Oh, Archon. Please, bless...
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Okay.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of...
Vache.
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
What is Vache? Why is he having grip or what?
No, Paimon didn't say anything.
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Lynette! You scared Paimon!
Yeah, where did she disappear from?
Lenny asked me to wait here for you. Remember?
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day.
Yeah, don't try to scare
I
Paimon.
see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all.
It's because of his sensitivity to the hydro element?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that have to do?
True.
Just answer me.
Yeah, when does she cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense... Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
So, what did the voice say? Huh.
Rather than worrying about them, don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance.
No
So
way
chatting
she's
with
saying
Lenny
this.
might help him relax a little before he goes on.
Oh, right. That
I love it.
Step on us!
Is that a dog? Is that a dog? It's not the performances. Which, what's the dog doing, bro? What is the dog doing? No, dude. Hey, more of this. Machiavelli. Oh? Done something about new life, right? He's the Chief of Justice. What nice one to go for. He's always very busy to work. Okay, no matter how busy he is. 100 years still now, sorry. Queen is very lovely, you see from the sunlight, temper as well, she's hard to raise. Standing already cool, got a more intense emotion. I'm gonna tell you, I think the god of this region is just plain old stupid. Oh, cutscene time. Whoa, fancy.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue.
Oh, we get tickets, no way. No way, she's actually...
The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seat.
Ooh, front row seats!
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cowl, my...
Yeah, we'll just go to our seat.
Wait, where's Lynette? Where's Lynette?
Surprise!
What's this? Oh, fancy. Okay. Oh, is this like the top gallery? Where is the top?
Over here!
Oh, I guess I can't climb that. Is there nothing else here? Oh, our dreams. Is that's new Lynette? think that's the old man. Yeah, it is.
Oh, these should be our...
Okay, can you speak? What is this?
Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us.
Oh.
Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still. It's kind of awkward if we don't say anything.
Is it really awkward? I don't know. I don't think it's awkward, but then maybe.
You little... Of course you put this on
There's
Paimon.
no way.
Excuse me. I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry.
Oh.
I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down. Wait, that's not it, Paimon's. Sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. So, let's talk, but, what should we talk about? Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and
Honestly,
sitting in
she's
the
kind of
front.
smart. Like.
Are you a friend of Linny's too?
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Whoa.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then? Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in...
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat, and as required by proper etiquette, I will also...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have...
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should...
Wait.
Hmm? I saw you all chatting just now. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty.
Whoa! Sorry.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to, there's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
That's crazy. Holy, what is this?
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my...
Yay! The show's finally about to start!
Hey, what's up, Utkarsh?
Paimon's
Nah,
never
you're
seen
not
a
late.
real
The
live
show's about to
magic
start.
show before!
Okay, the crowd enters. That is extremely inefficient
They're
seating.
dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
No way. Who's
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera
First
Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny.
Okay, Linny's up. Let's go.
And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Oh, look at the ears, bro.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
Okay.
Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Oh, and before I forget, you never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
Oh? I'm hoping
A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
True. Thanks.
Huh? But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully.
Maybe it is.
With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Huh?
Cute. Someone's gonna die soon. Hopefully. Okay, basically, we
What in the world just happened? How did you do that? Paimon didn't seem to do anything.
Okay, so we just visited the fountain. Nothing. We met the twins. We met the Archon. That's all. Yeah, let's continue the story.
Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that, but our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require... Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes, and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to...
Wow! How's it... Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
The lucky audience member will be generated by... It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's begin.
Show.
Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to... Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside...
Oh, she does not.
I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible.
That looks
You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't look very happy about that.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, like this. 60, 59, 58. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh, Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted.
Ooh.
Come on, repeat out. 60! That's right, perfect. Keep it going.
54, 53, why aren't you counting them?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Oh, alright. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling 40, 39!
Mr. Linney, are you all...
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just it would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong...
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
Oh, bang.
What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't...
25! What's wrong, Mr. Linney?
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration.
Never mind the decorations.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect.
19!
It seems things aren't quite... It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
More cutscenes.
10!
Almost there now. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? Nope, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
I think he's lost.
What happened?
Oh no, wait. Wait, whoa, hold on. What? Genshin and something like that.
Is this part of the show? Mr. Linney, you're going to use magic.
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was...
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is...
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident...
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
Okay. Interesting. So what? While doing the performance, Gades completed their investigation.
Unfortunately, the person who's in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall off. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from... And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed it appears that this incident was not merely some mishap, and there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young...
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
I know the truth. I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances.
Huh? Why me? This...
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear...
That can't be right. He was in the box on the stage the entire time. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against...
Huh? I just think that he... Well...
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a mad...
I mean... Of course, that's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Linney, won't you? After all, he was the one... Then there's no problem at all. You know, but with Linney's help, our little duel, and so no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser.
It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
True.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed. Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. Are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case?
About what? I know not a single thing about law.
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth.
Okay.
Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they...
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this...
Leave along with Farina and you will at home. Wait.
Linney!
What happened to Koval though? Poor Koval though.
Sorry about everything that...
Of course! Who would it be...
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen?
Yeah,
I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer? Good to hear. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just one.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
There's no way. This is a screenshot. Nerd Paimon.
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Don't worry. Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
Paimon has savings?
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
No way.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now, but with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially good thing you agreed to be our attorney.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm used to this sort of thing.
Just leave it down. Oh, since we're going to start investigating...
Oh, well, I'm afraid that
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linney.
I suppose you're right. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well. We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll...
All right, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are...
Detective Paimon is on the case.
Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned.
Huh? What?
Come with me and you'll see.
Oh.
The deceased is one of Linney's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troop long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell. This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding all these factors lining up so perfectly makes it. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was in.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good?
Well, you can't.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence. Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious.
Okay. You can use case recordings to confirm your current evidence in clue collection situation and sword case. What is all this? You can check in. Use perception. What is all this? Deceased identity. Okay, deceased. Name is called. That is where I was believed. Hey, cool. If called true. Use
Hello there. What are you investigating?
From Madagascar?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the magic troupe members the seats were all booked in advance. So we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity. Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some. The magic troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all. That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of a No need to be so formal. It is of utmost importance that we get.
Interesting. Ladies identity. Halsey's innocent painter. They were okay, interesting. Cool. Did I just speak to Westman?
Go ahead, have a look around.
Cool.
So this is the rope. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
Hey, what's up, Hemant? Long time. Welcome.
Why are you suddenly so serious, traveler? Whoa. Look! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. So if a rope... Wait! Paimon...
Special rope uses dependent on the open by us. How? Interesting. So we might have clues inside. How am I still 0?
The investigation team has some new fun.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think they're...
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
You're trying to help them?
Linny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance. In other words, Linny...
That much checks out.
Let you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Interesting. Run the selector. Okay. Wait, was that the case? Oh, okay. Broken box, the scene, okay. Examine the white line. Yep. I'm beyond confused. Didn't I already look at it? Yeah, I looked at that. What's up? Looks like all the box, so simply know how to do it. Okay.
still talking to the guards. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us.
What's inside first? Game sound is overpowering my. Okay. I think this should be better. Thank you for letting me know. What's up?
I see that you're investigating the area. If you find any new and
We don't have too many. The thud? Oh!
Yes, exactly. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath. I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the...
Wait, wasn't...
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough... Oh, that's true.
That does remind...
What is that sound? Yeah, true. Fair enough. And then we have our last thing, which seems to be outside. Either that or above. So let's go check that out. Oh.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Okay. Let's see.
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
No.
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, and I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
Okay.
Though those who play by our rules call me...
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
Okay,
and I'm Melus, Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the
Well, I am the
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss?
No need. You don't have to call me boss.
Okay, if you say so.
All merely trifling detail. That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. Judging from the look of things, I find...
Really? We think so, but...
Intuition, naturally. Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and... Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course...
Sounds more like...
Well, what's your opinion? All right, I've answered your question.
Wait a minute, did that...
Well, I say it does. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial...
well...
And why would that be?
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Malus. Anyway, I like your answer.
Colors,
You
no
pass
way.
with blue. Now, I need to make some preparations. Following which,
Since when did we become assistant?
Okay.
Oh, well...
That's more like it.
Far be it from me to brag, but you wish to save a friend from
You have a point. And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something...
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty.
We'll be making some preparations
So
first.
stupid.
Just...
Speaking of that...
I can see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic.
You need not worry about such things, Demoiselle.
Oh.
Okay, what am I doing now? I'm still... Oh, Melissa. Oh, wait, what's up?
Sorry, but no one can freely enter. No, we're not. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yeah.
After the Chief Justice gave the order, so the missing girl couldn't have left from here. I doubt there was much. How can you be so... Well, because I couldn't see Linny's performance from here. But still, I did not abandon my post. And I stayed put no matter how loud the applause. We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know. So, it's safe to... Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be...
Interesting. Now what?
checked everything of
Ask
note
from-
here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Lenny's discussion with
Let's
the
go,
guards
let's go,
is
let's go,
going.
let's go, let's go.
Let's go see.
Yep, let's go see.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitored.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
Molly seems like a
You've arrived.
chill person. What is this?
Who's this?
Oh, okay, interesting.
Me?
Are you chill, Navia?
Sorry, I got a little carried
I
away
think
there.
there's investigative
Call me
concentration.
Navia, and
Oh.
these are my companions. Would you mind if they...
Oh, new help?
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not a...
I appreciate your kind interest.
We'll
Come
be
with me. We'll be heading below stage.
No way. Okay, let's see it.
Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box. Prepare, but before I reveal everything, you should have a look
Notice
first.
anything strange here?
Notice anything strange here?
I don't know. I can't see. Other than the fact that it doesn't open.
I'm not trying to be
there we go.
dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick.
One that brings you too.
Good eye.
The back? You mean the in...
Very good indeed. I thought the back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board.
Ooh.
So, if you put 2 and 2 together... exactly.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, so there was a passageway under...
I knew you'd figure out. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the... See this? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be...
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will be seen.
So precisely. The inner box would... Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this the audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark.
Right. You were talking that whole time.
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand.
And what about Lynette?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of...
Oh.
That's how we were able to coordinate Lenny's lines with the assistant.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who.
I think
and
that's
my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform.
So that's how it all worked.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box and then I walk out of the other box. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member.
We really don't know how that...
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. And yet, to think that someone was able to use... Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more...
This is the scene of the crime. So Lenny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, magic trick. Okay, cool. On stage, magic box structure. Okay. And 2 layers. Cool. There's no way that was Lynette that just showed up out of the box, by the way. Okay. Control board. Should be control. Key. Cool. Ladder. Yeah, that does not make sense. How are you gonna... Okay. Wait, what am I investigating? What is this?
Huh. Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick.
Whatever it is.
Drop hook. But look, this is... Okay. Examine base. That probably shouldn't be
The
open.
floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
There is no way, Melis.
Speaking of which, why?
Oh, Paimon knows. It's one of those tricks. And here's a broken vase.
That can't...
Interesting. I think that's useless. Investigate clothing.
Oh, these are the clothes that her clothes are here. But she's nowhere to be found.
Right. And do you... Ugh, this is so confusing.
Yes, no
Paimon
way.
doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
Okay. Okay, so what do we know? We know a bunch of things. We examine tracks. Hell yeah. What is this? I presume required to complete the master. Oh, perfect. Okay. What am I missing? Am I missing anything? Ah, no. Examine storage boxes. Yes. All kinds of props. Okay, probably useless. Examine trolley. Oh, a vent.
What is this place?
It seems someone could fit.
Alone, perhaps. But if they...
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right. Let Paimon right.
Cool out. Missing lady seems unrealistically. Okay. Return this
Since
door.
we're just about done investigating down here.
Yep. Okay, let's print it.
Let's.
Let's go back up. Holy, it's already an hour and a half into this quest, actually. I mean, I was warned that it would be a long
Let's find a
quest.
place to sort out our findings once Malus returns.
Okay, what's up, Malus?
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left.
So the tunnel's become like a secret chamber then.
Interesting.
Plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death. No wonder Farina was so confident in her act.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld.
Charges and then trial.
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. That's right. The statements from both sides. To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its...
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the chief.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his... Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides?
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same... Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey... Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxy.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties. And even if that were not so...
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa, there's no need for that. Paimon thinks they have a point.
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
We are not getting balanced nutrition.
In that
I
case,
need my
let's just
proteins,
sort out
bro.
our findings together here. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings?
True.
Breaking out. Just kidding. Just kidding. Paimon.
What do you mean, no snacks?
Huh?
We'll simply make
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
There's no way Malus is just gonna whip out like an oven or something from his pocket.
Wait.
No
You're
way,
carrying
he
a
actually
portable
is.
stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
No way.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit.
These three are quite the interesting group.
True. Interesting.
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon, but you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
True.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about...
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano.
No.
I just really enjoy making... Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack.
True.
Anyway, give these a try. Well, eating too many sweet treats might...
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is demoiselle's favorite. Strong, no need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
Malus requires a break, by the way. There's no way Malus is not.
All right, then. Down to business. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course.
but they lack any logical motive. Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was... The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel.
True.
Resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy. Paimon thinks that makes sense, but... True.
No.
None of the but
Unless...
the only people left to consider are both technically victims. Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Kawa before making her escape?
But then again,
That's
she
right.
had no way.
And even if she had tampered with the setup, nor does she have any motive. The guards... Were we not from the sound of things, this is turning... Your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They are my specialty after all. What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
Right, finally.
Even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed. Malus, set up the stove again. Huh? Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons of... Exactly.
As you wish.
And I have the egg sugar.
He has the egg, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Is your
Yeah.
Well, that's it for snack time. I don't know what we're looking for yet. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage. All right, thanks for your help. It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find it.
Okay. Wait until the night of the
Time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial.
Okay. What am I waiting for? 8 to 10 on the following day. Well, okay. I will be right back.
Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Yep, and yeah, I think I'll be right back. Just give me a second. Hello, hello, what's up, what's up, what's up? We are back. Okay, so we're just waiting, I guess, for the following day 8. So, there we go. And let's see what Lini, Furina, Nuvalet, and Sophia, whatever the hell the 3 people were. Navia and Melius and Silver. Yeah. So, I guess for now, we have some time to think about and discuss. I have a feeling that there is a third guy, that's for sure. Fontaine? Oh, beautiful. Oh, crazy. Oratrice mécanise de analyse cardinale. Alright, let's go to them. Let us go.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing.
No?
Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more.
Thanks, Navia.
Best of luck to you.
Hey, let's go. I mean, that is to say, Lini does understand the law pretty well, so.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigate?
To be honest?
No, we're already.
Well, now, don't you all look disappointed? That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence.
True.
But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial... Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage.
Oh. And then the audience is stunned.
Thank you, Mr. Linney.
No way.
In that case, I take you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
True.
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution.
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide
Lini is
open.
clearly lying.
Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
Okay.
There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
Oh?
That is simply your hypothesis based on the
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you...
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
Fair enough.
And you didn't hear
Anything
anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
Oh?
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Fair enough.
Huh?
Hey, hang on.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
Doubtful
right by
audience
the
member.
box and I definitely heard the
Suspicious
thud.
audience member. Holy. Oh?
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid.
Hey, what's up, Somel? Been a while. How you been?
Actually from the
Welcome,
House of the
welcome.
Hearth?
Oh?
The House of the Hearth?
Oh, Boss Champ?
No wonder they did something like this.
certain audience
Serial
members.
disappearances were the
Come on,
Fatsui's
John.
doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
Oh, rational audience member. Oh, what is
That's
this?
irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Ah, fair enough.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute.
Okay.
Your first priority is to prove
Prove
yourself
yourself
innocent
innocent.
after all.
Interesting.
I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
Oh. Think.
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose.
Okay.
This was almost too good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night
There's
is
no way she
really
was actually-
paying off.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Fatui.
Order! Order! First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel.
Oh. Second.
you and
Okay.
Miss... Are these claims true?
There's no doubt mentioned. Oh. Plus child is here in Fontaine. Oh. Oh.
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
No way, you will get angry.
Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
Oh. No way.
I knew it!
Excited on this
Well,
one.
that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Permission to speak.
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Oh.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
Bro.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
True.
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certain. In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
No way. Okay. Got some explaining to do.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up. I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Yeah. Paimon doesn't know where to start. We based our entire reasoning on the not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad!
I'm very sorry. I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset.
True.
But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
True.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends.
Okay.
That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
Yeah.
Right.
I was just not
So,
that.
you be the judge. Heck, you met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust.
Sorry. Well, you both say that, but let's hear.
Of course. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is... From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick, with the objective of getting...
Is that why you needed a home?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went...
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Well, nothing. As which should have been impossible, of course. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground. But the countdown was... After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order...
That's the only way we can save...
So, there you have it. The whole... It was never my wish to proceed under... But, like I said earlier, you can be the judge.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow
Do we
your
actually
lead
get to decide?
however
I
you
don't think we get to
choose.
decide. Yeah, I believe in facts.
Okay.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna... Huh?
Determined okay. Any statement. Okay. 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 We have a couple of things that we know now. Where are we? I can see. Is there something I can do here?
Over here.
Continue the trial. Alright, let's go. Nail-biting trial reconvenes.
Both parties have returned to their positions. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
Okay, let's go on.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend at this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective.
What is this? Okay. Based on the opposition, it is likely everyone's loopholes in their statements. Okay. Those evidence clues. Okay. Your refuters. Okay. When you refute all complete sacrifice. Oh, let's go.
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which he did not realize that the sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise. So Linney proceeded to knock him out. Afterward, Linney passed the unconscious Halsey to his... And there you have it. That's the truth.
Does the defendant's side have any objection?
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events.
Okay, so... Wait, what am I doing here? This. Yes. Yes.
According to Linney, he
left
left via the vent.
Okay. So, identify loopholes. Any games to avoid? Yes.
See.
Strange sound. There is so many audience members. Okay. Linney did not call it out. Okay, chamber. Wait, what am I doing? Okay. After going to maybe this. Okay, maybe this. Okay, I'm beyond confused with what I need to do here. Okay. However, Linney was Linney really in the tunnel at this point? No. Yes.
Linney went to the room that contained...
Yep. Okay, now call it out. Probably this. Yep.
Linney did not take part in the underground...
Yep. I guess that's it.
Attention! Ex-Detective Paimon has something to say!
Okay.
When the countdown started, Linney did indeed go into the tunnel.
And
But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored.
true. And
Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have the crime scene had already developed by the time he reached. Finally, he reached the surface.
oh, okay. No way, successful refutation. Cool. Honestly, I like this mechanic from a gameplay perspective.
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of.
That's right!
Oh.
My reasoning?
However, you say that Cowell wants his winner clearly tampered with in
If
predetermined
that's the
fashion.
case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who
Yes.
was assuming that what you say is true? Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case.
True.
That's right, you tell him! Oh, well, your denial is very strident. Of course I do. If he had been in the magic... You're saying that he wasn't.
Oh. You must choose the evidence. What? Okay. Which is the evidence that Lenny wasn't in the crime? Oh. No. Irrelevant. Oh.
That's right! Linny wasn't in. This means that when the crime happened, the same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof!
To think you'd use such logic.
Interesting.
Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
No way. Yeah, nobody knows. Oh. Select your answers and fill the empty yes. Okay. Also, is to complete the logic chain. Guards. Ignite a bunch of the rope. Okay. Use long on suspicion. Give a detailed account. Okay. She's around says. Okay. Close the healthy. Found the tunnel. Found out from the station.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
True.
Could there have been a third person involved?
No.
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member.
I think. Okay. Select any question to check the information that you receive. Who is the person who would have possibly done?
The deceased's name is Cowell.
Right, this guy, right? Now what?
That can't be.
Oh,
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances.
So
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. The sound we heard may have come from a clash. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely... No one entered or...
Yes, how can I prove
The
that?
deceased's name is Cowell.
Altercation.
The sound we
Oh,
heard
wait,
may
there's
have
a
come from a...
question.
No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances.
Oh.
It would have been tough for both people. Linny was not in the tunnel at that...
How can I prove that?
The sound we heard may have come from a... Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So, the sound we heard may have...
Who's the prime
The
suspect
deceased's
currently?
name is...
Where did the missing Halsey?
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So there must have been some fear that she would... No one entered or left the op...
Oh?
It would have been tough for both...
Yes. Oh? Okay, never mind. What is that supposed
Halsey's
to happen?
clothing was in the...
Huh. Wait, what? Inside college is the station hospital. Here, you know, the top student time for the building free, college virus, testimony on the it's on rocks from the full understanding.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still up?
I see.
Look, since we're at a dead end, just like the trick as it transpired,
If only we knew how.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 and it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just...
Escaping rather than the water.
Excuse my interruption.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have come from... The deceased's name is Cowl. The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important...
Oh?
Paimon gets it! It all comes together of how Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only... If there's a similar...
Just how could a person ever be transformed into water? Must we really? Magic tricks are ultimately just...
even so, the truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reason. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on it, but given that we aren't making much progress with the case...
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I...
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be... Guards, please step into the lounge.
A guard.
We are still examining the items, but we discovered several test tubes of fluid within... The notebook in his backpack claims that the primordial sea... The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization. The notebook has many entries concerning safe... One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese. Along with the notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. As such, we believe that the defense...
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving...
But something so ridiculous.
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophet.
If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? Wait just a minute. Could that mean...
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go.
Order!
It is undeniable that further examination is still. Let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic. Guards, please, Mr. Linney. It appears your hypothesis...
Of course. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that...
Right! Like the metal hook! Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that. What?
Okay. Who's the prime suspect currently?
The deceased's name is
What item did the guard produce to control the timing of the dissolution? Oh.
The rope that held the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and snapped. Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but
what item did he
the water from the primordial... Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire... The rope that held the water tank...
True. Oh. Interesting.
I remember there was something else with... Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire... I remember there was...
Let's see. What have you got? Oh my god, that scared me.
In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, though afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel. With the remaining evidence, but he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel.
Huh. That actually links...
Interesting.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now.
Now, it seems like the only point of content... His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who...
On that note, the guards have just contacted. I shall now invite him on stage.
Oh? What's up?
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just and we found an identical sample of the water from the...
What?
That can't be. Does this not, my dear citizens? My loyal
Okay, let's go.
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did, having made modifications to the props beforehand. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do. Ultimately, he knocked Cowell out. And now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion.
Okay, interesting.
Am I right?
We've used up all the evidence. Is this the end of the road?
Is it? Oh, well, that looks pretty bad.
Seems using the water is...
I think we've all seen... I believe this is indeed the... Now then, my good... No...
Excuse me, everyone.
Miss, I must ask you not...
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupt. I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has What in the...
No offense, miss, but miracle...
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them? And wouldn't such a trick... Come on, Linny and Lynette. Give it a but. As the magic makers and stars of the show...
I understand.
Okay. I have no clue what's happening, by the way.
And voila.
Oh? What?
Sorry for...
Wait, is it...
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence. I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceeding. I was just feeling happy that no one had known. Where should I begin? Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian. And I heard that Linny's show was gonna be That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely...
Hey! No wonder you look familiar. Liddy even mentioned that you were...
Well, and I thought that would have been the... He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? See, so I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so There was nowhere to run from there, though. So I had to I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued...
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank... Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the map.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the...
Oh, okay. Let's see it. And if I look this. Wait. What is this? Then he entered the tunnel. Yep, after this, yeah, fair enough. Hails we dissolved. Out of hails we have reacted. Doesn't want to be Tom. Rope. What is this? Yep.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight.
Okay. Identify loophole. Other pieces. What are the industries? Knocked over the trolley. Yep.
The flower vase was not broken to cover.
Cobble out. This.
Lillian was.
And then yeah, rest was just normal.
And it's Ace Detective Pop! Having been selected, her panic only intensified after hearing the commotion. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle with no way of escaping. She.
Interesting. Okay.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons.
At this point, all the events that happened...
So bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina. Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may...
are you No, I have no further art.
Wow.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of the actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim with some modifications to the selector to cover up any evidence while committing the deed. Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop. He poured the water from the primordial sea. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lily. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious. Lillian, according to her own statements. As for Linny, he was from this reconstruction of events. While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be, this case at least can be handed over to the Origin.
This HSR full gameplay. That is insanely bright. Okay, what is the trees mechanism? They are
As such, Linny and Lynette.
Great work. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think how did you find the water from the prime?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake.
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's... I'm sure you know what you must do to let...
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one...
We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the...
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secret... Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the...
Yes! Our boss discovered that the it can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it.
Oh, goodbye.
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness.
An outrage. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Oh. Nothing sounds as a liquid depends on warm and dissolved. No way. One literally just completely dissolved.
So, we're just going back now? That's...
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
Winnie.
I know you may not want to speak to me right now, but still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end, I guess. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with... That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave...
The Knave? The one who can...
That's right. And since we're here, back when our parents first died, Lynette, to survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where before long, an aristocrat came to me.
So you went from orphan...
That was how we felt at first, too. But I gradually discovered that while we were... He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner...
That doesn't seem too bad either.
And after one particular performance at a banquet, I waited a long time after we returned home. The answer he gave me was... She caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic
Oh no. But what if
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care. I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent. All I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood.
So, she...
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any Father, I mean, the Knave, might have seen. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, I was hesitant to trust her, but she was also quick to destroy the noble.
Oh, so that's how...
She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power when she obtains it. She plans to use it...
So, she...
That's right. The whole house today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can... Everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including the knave, has their roots in Fontaine. To us orphans, the only...
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis...
It's all right. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the house, if you should need anything at all in the future...
Goodbye. No way.
Bye, Linny!
No way, Paimon. Leave the opera house. Okay. Well, that was insanely interesting. I have to say, I did not expect that twist. But, oh, Navia is here.
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting close. Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
ICBA.
Besides! And given that there's new evidence...
Ah, I see. Well, I'm sorry.
Don't say that, Nav.
Aw, and we were having so much fun investigating with you,
There's
too.
no way she's gonna pull this card, bro.
It was like having new waters flowing in... Wait, shall we...
Huh? Do we really...
Well, I'd just like to... Anyway, it would just be a meal, so...
You don't have to twist mine on...
Oh, wonderful.
All right, then. Let's have our...
Okay. And that is chapter 1 complete. Okay. With that being said, I will stop the stream because I was honestly expecting it to be a little smaller, this quest, but it's... I think these quests are going to be a little too long for me to stream. I will try. That being said, there is no guarantee. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you had fun. This was honestly a pretty unexpected twist, I'd say. I was really not expecting this, so yeah, I'm hoping that you guys also had fun in this trial. There are a lot of new mechanisms I think that this Archon Quest specifically has introduced, which I don't think we will be seeing again. Like, I think the Sumeru Archon Quest with Nahida and all of those things where you had to make inferences from like clues and stuff, I think they kind of integrated this here at the trial, which is pretty cool. And I think the story's more than just a normal kid story now. Like, it actually has some pretty good I'd say suspense. Like, this was, I think, really when Genshin started popping off with like the whole devious looking thing was with the inverted statue, which if you guys remember, then you guys remember. If you don't, you don't. Don't search it up if you haven't done the quest. Do the quest. That being said, yeah, thank you guys so much for playing this quest with me, and I'll see you guys later.